In Sons of the Forest, just like the first game, The Forest, we actually have a rebreather we can get. This means you can do your scuba diving, underwater exploration, as long as you are not in an area filled with sharks or, in this game's case, orcas. Now, to get to the rebreather, it's the same cave as in my previous video for the stun gun. It's on the northern shore of the map, and it is marked on the map, so it's not hard to find. And as you come up to it, you're going to see it. It's just tucked back in a little recess away from the beach. So at this point, if you have not already gotten the stun gun, I suggest you go check out my video linked below for that, because the stun gun is in this same cave. It's just a different path that is going to take a little bit more time because it's longer and, more importantly, has a lot more enemies. But with that said, the first part of the cave is the same either way. You're going to run through past the first entrance area, keep going until you reach the spot where you see some water. Now, once you reach this spot with water and the pull floaty, you are going to encounter a lot of mutants. This is going to be the blind ones and the fingerling ones. Now, as I suggested in my video for the stun gun, you're probably going to be trying to get them to come after you and funnel them into this smaller section right here where it walks up the path. They seem to have problems with walking up the path, but lunging up the path, they're perfectly okay. But this is just something that's going to take a bunch of time to clear them out because there is a lot of them. And remember, these are mutants, so you can't skin them for some creepy armor. Once you have taken care of the around 12 or more mutants in this little section, you're going to walk on through. You're going to see a light up ahead. And when you reach the light, you're going to find a bunch of bones. You might have a couple more mutants. Some of the blind ones come down from the tunnel to the right, but there's also a tunnel to the left. And be cautious. As you see here, I had another mutant show up from that tunnel. So the left tunnel is the one for the rebreather. Again, if you have not gotten the stun gun at this point, you definitely want to go to the right tunnel because while it's longer and there's a lot more mutants, the rebreather tunnel has a spot where there's a point of no return. So if you're wanting to do this in one go, get the stun gun first, come back here, and then take the left tunnel. Now, if you want to do these as separate runs, you can, but unless you're really good at the combat and you just want to use it as a way to get a bunch of creepy armor, there's really no value in doing these as two separate instances. But as you move up ahead, you'll find possibly a couple more of the blind gray ones, maybe a fingerling. It all depends on how much noise you made during your fight earlier and how many of them ventured further up towards the front of the cave to find you. Next, you will find this little bit of water where you see there's a bunch of life jackets and another pull floaty ring. Not sure who brought pull floaties into a cave. And you'll just keep going forward. Now, you're going to come into another large open area, but there is only one path from here. So just be looking out. Make sure no mutants have hung back this way. But you'll go towards the back and to the right, and you'll find this smaller passageway that you will have to kind of crouch down to get through. But just keep following the path until you reach this spot. Now, this looks similar to another cave we've been in before. However, it is a different cave. We've got a nice little bit of water there. You see there's a light and a larger pull float in there. Again, not sure who brought pull float on a cave expedition. But once you're ready, just drop on down. There are no mutants in this area, so you're safe. Go, feel free to explore around, grab some of the supplies along the edge of the water, and then when you are done collecting all the supplies around the area, head over to the light where you will find the rebreather. Once you grab the rebreather, you can go into your inventory and go to the far right and choose to equip it, or once you just dive on into the water, it will automatically equip. And at this point, again, you're at the point of no return, which is why you want to get the stun gun first. But dive into the water, and from where the rebreather is, head to the right, and you'll find this little pathway to follow outside the cave. And at this point, be glad there are no aquatic enemies in the game at the moment. And hopefully, we won't see any aquatic enemies outside, of course, the sharks and orcas. And as you progress out, you'll reach a point where you see some plants, and depending on time of day, it may be daylight and you'll see it brighten up suddenly, or it may be like it is here now and it's nighttime. But basically, you are just off the shore from where you went into the cave. So simply head back towards shore, and maybe your buddy Kelvin is there waiting for you. Either way, now you have the rebreather, and if you took the other path as well, you got the stun gun, you're good to go. Go do some diving and go do some stunning. And of course, if this video helped you out, then hit the like button because it helps me out. And hey, just leave a comment below saying how it helped you out or saying thanks.